Yeah.
Good viewer across the globe. Here is the fourth module, the efficacy of power, tagged the power of planning. Of course, every one of us will know how important planning is to our daily lives. To start with, I'm Dr. Shinadeviji. I'll be taking you on this particular module. To start with, let's understand this word what I love it. The fourth module, and efficacy of power. An idiot with a plan can be a genius without a plan. Of course, we know how important planning is. This is what to our daily lives. Warren Buffett says. To start with, I'm Dr. Shinadeviji. I'll be taking you on this particular module. To start with, let's understand this word Warren Buffett. Yeah, the introduction. So let's go to introduction. The saying that he who fails to plan to fail is absolutely correct. Without proper and adequate plan, success in life is impossible. The question is, do you have plan for your life? Until you have plan for your plan for what you want to achieve, nothing happens. That's very key. Planning has been defined as deciding in advance what is to be done, when and where and how, by whom it is to be done. That's what planning is. If we are talking about planning, it means you are taking a decision in advance in order for you to achieve a particular course of action. Planning is very key, very, very key. And that is why what we are here to do today is for us to know how to, make our plans, especially for the future. Basically, planning gives answer to the following questions. Where are we now? Where do we want to go? How do we get there? How are we doing it? That's what plan give answers to. Planning is a futuristic. What do I mean? It's something that has to do with the future. It involves forecasting and predicting the future. If you are here to plan, it means you do not have anything to achieve in the near future. So by planning, it means you are getting prepared ahead of the future. There are three types of plans or planning. Number one is the strategic planning. The second one is the tactical planning. And the third one is operational planning. Let's break them down. Let's start with the strategic planning. That is setting of broad and long-term goal. You set a broad and a long-term goal. This goal takes more than 1 year for you to achieve. That's strategic planning, to break it down in a very simple way. Then we have the tactical one. That is translating those strategic planning into short-term actions. When you have your broad plans for the future, for a year, let's say, then you now break it down into pieces in order for you to achieve that broad plans. That is tactical. You are being tactical to achieve. You are being active in achieving that particular goal, course of action. Then we have the operational planning that is focusing on the day-to-day activities needed to execute the tactical plan. Once you have the tactical plan from the strategic plan, how do you achieve this plan of action on daily basis? That is what is meant by operational planning. This has to do with the setting of work standard and schedule. You break your broad plans, which is a long-term goal, into a smaller pieces, and then you go about it on daily basis for you to get it achieved. What is your plan, and how are you going about it? What is your plan, and how are you going about achieving it? It's very key. It's very key. It's very key. If you want to achieve anything significant in life, like I have said at the beginning of this teaching, you just have to know a plan. People that you see out there that are achieving greater things were those people that have planned their future and they are working towards accomplishing their goal based on their plans. If you do not have plan for your life, you are already a failure. Even God did not just work on creating things. God did not just work on creating things. He worked based on plan. If you look at the book of Genesis chapter 1, for those of us that are Christian, you find out that God, before he started the work of creation, he first made a plan on how he wants all his creation to look like, and he followed them. That is why he created the light, he created the darkness, he created the firmament and all other things in order for him to get the desired result that he wanted to achieve. Areas of your life that require proper planning. Let's look at these little areas that you need to have proper plannings on. Number one is physical planning. Plan your physique, plan physically what you want to achieve physically. Number two is the mental planning. Get the required knowledge that will enhance you and catapult you to a greater height in life. Once you have knowledge, achieving greater things will not be difficult because your mental horizon will have been increased, and then you'll be able to work according to how you have planned all those things that you wanted to achieve in life. Then the next one is financial planning. If you do not plan your finances, then you probably become bankrupt or probably run into debt all your lives. So for you to achieve significant financial success in life, there is need for you to have financial plan. Another thing is business plan. Whatever business that you want to venture into or that you are already into, there is need for you to have plan, adequate plan towards that business success. Without you having a proper plan as regard that business venture, and there is possibility of running down that business and even make a greater loss than you expected. Then we talk about career planning. As an individual, you must plan towards your career. How do you get what is involved that will propel you to be to place more value on you that people will want to pay more for. If you don't have adequate planning towards your career, there is tendency that you begin to work for people that plan for their career. Then the last one is the spiritual planning. Spiritual planning has to do with the way you are planning to be more closer to God and achieve through prayer, through fasting, through many other means that you think you can, in order for you to achieve your goal in life. So the first area, like I have said, is physical planning. The second one is the mental planning. The third one is the financial planning. The third one is the business planning, career planning, and the last one is the spiritual planning. All these areas are very cogent, especially for whoever that wants to achieve something important in life. So you therefore not neglect any of all these if you are truly yearning to be quest to make a greater impact in life. So planning is essential. It's an essential part of successful program for our lives. It is one of those things that differentiate the rich from the poor. The rich work based on plan, while the poor do not even have plan at all. Don't forget, we said at the beginning, he who fail to plan to fail. If you fail to plan for your future, then you are already a failure. So planning is crucial. It's very important to a successful life. So don't underestimate the word planning. Plan your life, plan your business, plan your marriage, plan everything. before you venture into it so that you can get desired result at the end of the day. What you need to know about planning. Number one thing that you need to know is that even God is the master planner. Like I said the other time, in the book of Genesis chapter 1, God planned everything he wanted to achieve in life. He wanted to achieve based on creation. He didn't just jump into creating things. He first made plan. God is the master planner. Number two, planning is the roadmap. It will show you the way to where you are heading to in life. Many of us, because we fail to plan, we are stuck at a particular point because there is no planning. But if you do a plan, if at all you are confronted with some challenges of life, you begin to think ahead based on your plan and begin to strategize on how to come out of all those challenges or difficulties that is hindering you from achieving your goals in life. The next one is planning is futuristic. Like I've said at the beginning, planning is not for now, it's for the future. Whatever things you are doing that will make your future to be brighter, you have to plan it very well. Otherwise, in the near future that you think is longer, you'll find out that it's very short. So planning is something that has to do with the future. Without a plan, history repeats itself. You need to know this. If you do not have a plan, the failure you recorded last, you will even record more in the near future because you have failed to plan. Big things do not happen from small plan. If you want bigger thing, make a very big plan. Bigger things require big plans. And if you want to remain small as you are, do not plan at all. Your plan must outlive your comfort. If your plan does not outlive your comfort, you will be where you are because comfort is an enemy to success in life. So if you are too comfortable where you are and you are not planning to move ahead, you will forever remain in that same position. And then you'll find out that you are not going anywhere, but you are stagnated where you are. Last one is this same saying that he who fail to plan to fail. All these are what you need to know about planning. They are very important, they are very cogent. Planning refers to matching resources or strength with market opportunity. If you have plan, it's then that you can now match whatever resources that you have with the market opportunity, with the opportunity that are coming your way. Already, if somebody wants to achieve something significant and you are planning towards achieving that particular thing, you should be thinking about the opportunity that may come your way. But because you have planned for the future, whatever opportunity that comes, you'll be able to match it, and then you'll be able to take advantage of that opportunity. By planning, we minimize uncertainty. You are prepared for whatever challenges that are going to be confronted as you move on in life. So planning is very key. All you need is the plan, and that is the roadmap, and the courage to press on to your destination. That's the saying by Ellen Nightingale. This particular quote encourages us to have plans because it's a roadmap to our destination. Without a plan, like I have said the other time, history repeats itself. If you don't script your future, your past will fish you eat. If you don't design the next 5 years, you will repeat the last 5 years. So you need to be very careful. Just make sure you begin to plan and plan big. Big things do not happen from small plan. Plan big so that you can achieve greatly. David Livingstone, an English writer, has this to say: "I will go anywhere provided it's forward." He's saying this because he believes he has made adequate plan necessary for his future. The importance of planning. Let's take this one after the other. Number one thing that is why planning is very important is that planning helps us provide a path of action. Number one, it provides paths of action. Number two, it improves performance. Plans helps improves performance. It minimizes the risk. Plan helps us to minimize risk. It helps in decision making. Planning is useful in setting the standard. It promotes innovative idea. When you plan, you get more innovation about a particular thing that you want to achieve. Yeah, a plan provides direction. It facilitates control. It provides future destination. From where you are today, you already know where you will be in the next 5 years if you are planning adequately. It provides competitive strength. Your planning will make you to be competitive because it will have given you an edge over those who do not plan. It helps you cope with challenge and challenges of the environment. It will also help you in resource allocation. When you are able to plan yourself well, whatever resource that you have will be fully utilized. You will be able to optimize that resource at your disposal. Finally, planning will help you increase efficiency. It will help you to do things right in order for you to get a desired result that you wanted. So these are why planning is important. Now, how should we plan? The first thing, don't let us undermine the G factor. I mean, God. God should be put first. Nothing can be achieved without God. With God, all things are possible. Put God first in all your plans. Number two is for you to write down your plan. Let it be in black and white. Don't just plan. Put your plan into action. While making your plan, number three, number four, do not make mistake of planning above the limit of your resources. Don't narrow it down. Don't constrain yourself. Make very robust plans that you will be looking for way to get more resources to finance it. Because even in the elementary economics, we are told that the only thing that is inadequate or in supply is what? The resource. So resource cannot be adequate. Only with God we have adequate resources. So just plan that you want to achieve this thing. There are things then that things will start falling in line. Review your plan from time to time to give room for any change. The plan should not be static. Sometimes there is need for you to change some things in your plan in order for you to have a result from your goal. And that is why reviewing your plan from time to time is very key. Finally, be careful whom you share your plans with. There are some people that will discourage you. Avoid people that will discourage you. So whomever you are sharing your plans with should be people of like mind that will be able to encourage you, people that will be able to add value to that particular plans that you have. Otherwise, if you are sharing your plans with people that do not share what your view, they may discourage you and make you to look like a fool. So in order not for you to look like a fool, be mindful of whom you share your plans with. In the time of peace, prepare for war. I think the Bible told us this in the book of Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10 to 8. No wonder Father Abraham in the book of Genesis had already prepared for his household against the attack of the enemy. So when the war broken, he was able to, get the people to fight the battle against the enemy. So in the likewise manner, we are expected to, prepare ourselves to plan ahead for the future occurrences so that we will not be able to, fail completely from achieving our goal. In Genesis chapter 14, verse 14 to 16, the Bible told us that there was war, and Abraham having trained his servant to fight. The day and by the time the war broke, he had already had 380 soldiers to take to war. Wow. What plan do you have for the future? This is what we are saying here. Because he had already had this soldier, he was able to deploy them to go and fight the battle against the enemy, and he won the battle because he had already prepared ahead of the war. You don't prepare during the war, you prepare before the war. If you actually want to fight and win the battle. So planning is very key in this respect, in this regard, so that you can be able to win whatever battle that comes your way, and then whatever challenges that comes your way, or even in your business, to be able to win more contracts for yourself, you have to get all things that needed by you to achieve significant success in your contract, in your business, in your marriage, in your career. This is very important. Another case study is David. In 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 1 to 46, David also didn't start learning to use his sling on the day he slew the Goliath. He had perfected it, using it long before that. He had been practicing how to use the sling long before he ever set his eyes on Goliath. Same way, every one of us, start learning, start preparing yourself, start perfecting those things that will propel you to a greater height, that will propel you to take advantage of opportunity when it comes. That was what launched David out, and he became celebrated in the land of Israel during that time. In that book of 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 1 to 46, nobody was able to, confronted the Goliath of Gath, but David did, and he won the battle, and they became celebrated. If you to prepare yourself in the near future, you become celebrated. Now, Jesus Christ, our Lord, in the book of Luke chapter 14, verse 28 to 32, told us how important planning is. Let me read this particular chapter for proper understanding on planning, to tell us what our Lord Jesus Christ told us in that book of Luke chapter 14, verse 28 to 32. I quote from that chapter. Say, for which of you intending to build a tower seated not down first and counted the cost, whether he has sufficient to finish it, lest haply, after he had laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that beyond behold it begin to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. Or what king going to make war against another king, seeth not down first and consulted whether he is able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000, or else, while the other is yet a great way off, is ended an ambush and desired condition of peace. What this particular scripture is just telling us is that Christ was just telling us that if you want to build a tower, you must have already prepared already your finances to take care of the foundation to the end of that project. Without that, you will be stuck in between, and that makes that person a fool. In order for you to be a fool, you need to, prepare yourself and plan very well for you to get the applause from people around when you have already made a very adequate plan for your future. Plan for challenges while they still be manageable, and tackle important tasks when they are small. Don't wait until when things become bigger, because before you start planning, plan with the little things that you have, and then you will find out that the result is going to be greater because you have already planned for that. By preparing for difficulties in their early stage, by preparing for difficulties in their early stage, you avoid larger problem later. Start with small action that lay the groundwork for significant achievement. Addressing issue early and handling minor tasks diligently set you up for greater success down the road. Plan for what is difficult while it is easy. Do what is great while it is small. Do what is great while it is small. Planning as process. Number one process in planning is build achievable target or goal. Set a goal. Constitute a planning ground. Determine the extent of time for the planning. Discover alternatives to achieve goals. Appraising and choosing course of action. Flourishing. Derivative plans. Align and regulating the process. These are the planning, the process of planning. Very important. Now, finally, we are going to be looking at the benefits of plans, and then we'll round off from there. Number one thing that you need to know about planning, if you plan very well, is that planning helps you to make planning helps to make all activities purposeful by eliminating and avoiding those activities which do not contribute to achievement of the objective. Anything that will not make the objective set to be achievable, you will have known during the plan, and then we will have eliminated that one from your plans, and then you'll be able to achieve your objective as planned. Number two is that plan helps us visualize future challenges and opportunity. Planning will help you see the challenges ahead of the future. You will have to be able to know what you are going to be confronted in the near future about particular things that you want to achieve. Then you will be able to prepare yourself, to get proper solution to such problem, especially when it comes in the near future. Planning helps to be proactive to face the future uncertainty. Whatever issue that you are going to be confronted in the near future will have been known during the planning process, and then such will have been taken care of by you. Planning helps to analyze the variable affecting performance. Anything that will affect your performance will have been, featured out during the planning process, and then you will have been able to, provide solution to them before it gets to the near future. Planning provides a basic for control. If you want to control your life, if you want to control your business, if you want to control anything in life, have plan. During that process of planning, then you will be able to derive some plan and some control from your plan. Plan help you to visualize your entirety. Everything about you, plan will have speaks it out before it gets to that time. Planning help you to achieve maximum utilization of available resources. When you are able to plan very well, you'll be able to maximize the available resources for a greater achievement. Finally, I just want us to look at this. Is it when a boxer is in the ring with his opponent that he will start practicing jabs and hooks? The perfect time is to prepare for war when all is going well. That is the only time that you can have to prepare anyway. After all, you can't start at the war front. It is at the war front that you will start learning. If it is at the war front, is it at the war front that you'll be learning to shoot a gun? Then the person is gone. You don't learn at the war front. You prepare before the war. So before the war, planning is very key. You'll be able to devise the strategy to win your whatever wars that comes your way. Thank you for listening. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. While waiting for the next edition on our module, still on efficacy of power, I wish to say you are going to enjoy the next module because it's going to be more educative than what we have learned in the time.